Hello, YouTubers. It's Travis. Welcome back. I have for you today a cube draft, but it's going to seem a little weird in the middle. See, what had happened was I started this draft on Friday, and then Arena had some issues, and I switched to another game and never made it back. So I actually finished the draft on Monday. So if you're watching it and you're like, hey, why did his clothes change and the overlay change a little bit in the middle of it? Well, that's why. It was still a very interesting draft, and I continue to enjoy this iteration of the cube on Arena. The more I play with it, the more happy I am playing it. Had a good time. I hope that you'll have a good time watching it, and that if you do, you'll consider subscribing to the channel. We're very close to 1,000 subscribers, so jump on in there. It's a good place. Only cool kids subscribe. If you're cool, you'll subscribe. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at. Enjoy the video. All right, as I finish my soup, what do we want to draft? Because you can kind of pick whatever you want. I don't have a negative opinion of Cube. I just have the opinion that I don't want to play it a lot. I don't want to grind Cube. I don't want to play 8 hours of Cube. But doing a couple cubes a week is super fun. Bone Crusher goes in many decks, and one of those decks is Mono Red, and Mono Red sure can win a cube. Kind of what I was thinking too, Standard. It's really hard for me not to want the Bone Crusher. It's a solid card, especially if I can get into aggro stuff, but even if I can't, it's good. How good is Karn in this cube? Because I imagine he's pretty good. I could also try to get in a sacrifice deck, which I'd probably enjoy a great deal. Probably not that likely to win. Other option is just take the Banefire. Like, it's fine. It's a little too early, but it's fine, and we could try it. But I think I'm going to take Karn. I imagine he's pretty good here. Mardu Triumph. Pretty good. See what the mana leads us to. Magma Quake. Golos. Only one of these cards died for our sins. And that card was Raptor Jesus. Yep, buckle in. I know exactly where I'm going. And it's to Redville. We're doing red things. We're doing a little bit of Cuban, yeah. Pork and pickles, Cuban. I mean, you're kind of halfway between the two of them, ain't you, Gruel? It's good to not be hungry. I had Asian grocery store ramen from the future for supper last night. I'm gonna need a little bit more elaboration on why you had a time machine and that's what you chose to do with it. I don't mind this at the top end, and I do still have mono red dreams. Marty, thank you for the gift sub. Much appreciated. Y'all spam some cats for Marty. Thank you, my friend. Draco set's a little larger than I'm planning on going. I don't want to be Boros. I'm going to do everything in my power to prevent being that color pair, so I'm going to continue taking red cards. Like, a light splash is fine, but I really don't want to do that. I may have to. But there's also the option of being like... I could just do this. Man, they don't want to stop, do they? All right, we'll talk weaponize. I have some thoughts. Yeah, I may literally get forced into Boros. I really don't want to get forced into Boros. Like, one of the big advantages of drafting a monocolored deck and a cube like this... Hello, Magma Quake. That's not Earthquake. That's not Earthquake. Maybe we take the Grim Initiate and actually have a plan with this weaponize. I don't hate that. Like, you never have any mana issues, right? Like, you can't get color screwed if you're only playing one color. These are a couple different cards that play nicely with Weaponize the Monsters, so I'm on board with that. Thundering Rebuke also plays nicely with winning the game. Huge fan of that. I might still be able to pull off Mono Red. Yeah, this has got Phoenix, Pillar, and Royal Eruption, all of which I want. This one can go face, which is kind of a big deal, but like I've got Weaponize and Bone Crusher that can also go face. I feel like the face going of the Phoenix is good. It's kind of awkward to have like... Yeah, that puts me back on the Royal Eruption. Because I've got 3 things that want to eat my graveyard and no wonderful way to fill it up. But we should just take the one that can go face. Alright, I'm feeling pretty confident that I can get away with Mono Red. I'd still play the Triome, but that puts me on the Den. We can run a Devil's Play. That's a ton of reach. I don't think I play Weaponize and Devil's Play. One of them is going to be bad in this deck. Not really a Nivix Mastery deck, but we should be a Toblerone deck. Seems kind of hard for that to go wrong. I suppose you could play both. I was just thinking, like, a heavy creature deck versus a heavy spell deck are going to be interested in Devil's Play for different things. But right now I don't have enough 1s and 2s. We need to really focus on that. Yeah, we're building in some mini combos if you think about it. I don't love the seasoned Pyromancer, but like it's okay. Mindstone's arguably better. I guess it lets us churn through the deck a little bit. It's just not a wonderful card for the level of aggression I would like to bring to this table. Yoinks. I'll play that. Yeah, I think I still want to be mono red, Alex, if I can be. This is not an overstated creature, right? Well, I guess if you discard two things, it is. Yeah, this is a card that exists. Okay, we're going to be a little bit bigger mono red than you're used to. And I'm okay with that. There's nobody in mono red. They've just cut out a lot of the mono red cards for the cube. Everything wheeled. This is why I really like focusing on lands that you can play in mono red. It's easier to pull off when you're not in a tournament. In the Sweatsuit, it was harder to do this because a lot more people were interested in doing it and incentivized to do it. It's far too strong every time. It's literally the best thing you can be doing in most cubes. We've got enough fixing now that if we need to splash a green card, we can. Nothing really here for us. I don't think I'm interested in splashing a Demonic Tutor in this deck. We could just take a 2-mana 3/2. That actually seems great. And then there's some possibility it could come back one day, but who cares? This is what this deck wants. Yeah, I don't know that we're going to play all of them. Yoinks. Ren's certainly a good card, Nick, but you can't really splash double pips if you're trying to draft an aggro deck. I don't particularly want any of this, but that could be interesting if I decide to splash something. I don't think I will, but I could. Yeah, this is like all of the 5-drop red. It's like I'm not playing the Siege Gang. Maybe we let go of the Ox. There's a lot of pressure on our graveyard. Not if you don't have any cards in hand when you play it. Can't take another 5. What would you draw me? You would draw me a human. Those humans would be this human shaman, this disciple, or that one. actually pretty damn good. I think we do this and cut the ox. We like Soul Scar? I don't have enough spells to make that do anything. I want to play 1-2. Like we end up with what? 5 instants and sorceries? If it's literal prowess, I guess it triggers off of this too, but like... Yuck. Domri's interesting, but I think I'd rather just have the 3-1. This deck could also kind of get Delirium now and then. Okay, fair enough. So it would trigger off of 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not enough. Oop. I've got enough creatures to play the Bone Splitter, and it's pretty stupid. Probably play a Banneret too. So we could actually trim this down a little bit and make it more aggressive if we wanted to. I don't need Weaponize for Reach. Because like a lot of my tokens come with ways to sacrifice them. I don't really need the Pyromancer, but I could just play this and be pretty happy. I guess it makes more sense to cut the Initiate and keep the Pyromancer. And there's a Ranger of Eos, and I kind of want to take it and splash it. Because it could draw me the Banneret or this. That's close to enough, not quite enough. I mean, look at that. Like, dude, you could totally splash it. Okay, well, I love you, chat, but you can't... There's plenty of spells for the Dark Dwellers. But it can't, like, there's one group that's like, hey, you should draft a Prowess card, and another one's is like, you don't have enough spells for your Dark Dwellers. Like, that's the best part about Cube content. The actual dirty secret that no one wants to tell you is it's okay to play whatever you want in Cube. Like, they're all good cards. You can pick whatever you want. I think we still kept it to humans for the most prevalent, right? We did. Are there any humans I don't want to draw? Don't really want to draw the Marauder, but that's okay. I mean, this was kind of drawn together the other day. Henning stopped by and was like, how does Brave work when cube drafting? And I had to be kind of like, it doesn't. It's not what it's about. Because a big part of normal drafting is trying to figure out which cards synergize together and which cards are just obviously very powerful. And in Cube, like they're all powerful. This is where sometimes I get taken a little bit out of context. I like Cube. I don't like grinding Cube. I don't want to play Cube for 8 hours a day. I'll do one here and there. It's like, I don't love Cube. Yeah, Cube is dessert. Cube is dessert. And we can have dessert. I just ate lunch. Just have to remember, the ocean's a toilet, and everything in it is a bug. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Why couldn't one of you have been in a braid? Righto. Lobsters are immortal. They're freaking terrifying. This looks kind of like the anti-red deck. What does this do on the other side? Exiles my graveyard. That really sucks. But we work with what we got. Yeah, they eventually get too big to molt. That is pretty terrifying. I agree. I think they're going to wrath me. And if they're doing that, I'd rather have a way to recover. One of the things you can hit off of this is Wrath. So there's Day of Judgment. And like that's also just a deck that looks like it's playing Wrath. I'm going to kind of put them in a position where they need to do that. And then try to kill them with Siege Gang / a little bit of burn. Because like we got 12 power on board. You're going to need to Wrath. Hey, old men can be strong, Tommy. You hush. Alright, they probably got me with the second Wrath.
My will cannot be denied. Nothing more.
I can't imagine we have any way to win from here. Like, that was just not quite fast enough. And this does look kind of like the anti-mono red deck. Good for them. this a sorcery? And that card sucks. That's cheating. I put that in my deck.
I fight with a dragon's rage.
If I make a dragon, they kill it.
Come to me.
But black-white control is going to have an advantage over us. Is okay.
Watch this. How could I have lost?
I don't think we get out of this. I don't think I have enough damage, but if I top deck the burn spell, I could conceivably kill them. Well, they're going to be able to, like, block it, right? But the goal here would be to hit the egg spell. Or just something that can get the flyer out of the way, potentially. Yeah, it's a chump, but they've got enough damage, right? Like, they should kill me in 2 turns with this. So if we block that with Toberlone, we would still take lethal. So here we chomp and see if we can get our way into top decking the burn spell. Because they still got enough to activate that, and I don't have blocks on the way back. I think I'm dead to them swinging team. But I'm certainly dead to me swinging. That'll do, pig. It's a start. But recovering from the double wrath is going to be a little difficult. I tend to think the opposite. I would think that Weaponize is really bad against a deck with Wraths. Because the idea is I get in a bunch of damage and then use Weaponize to kill them, which is hard to do if they Wrath away my creatures. I don't think this deck can just sit and leave 6 mana up in case they have a Wrath. I guess if you could guarantee it early, maybe it's something. Bastion's interesting because it's a Weaponize that I don't have to do anything for, eh? That does seem interesting. All right, so what if we did this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and then took out this and this? I'd probably need one more of these. What would I not want? Boop. Done. Go, go. I don't think it's that greedy. The deck tops at 5, and I did put in a Surveyor. There's like 4 black sources in the deck for 1 card. What are you doing maintenance for? Didn't they just have maintenance yesterday? I want to get this in play before they kill Magda, because they're going to kill Magda. Yeah, you can kill her here.
We begin. Magnificent.
He likes dragons. They should have just named him Timmy, right? The Sarkhan or the dragon? Oh, it can't be the dragon. Okay, easy. Wrath me. I'm aware.
Darkness will swallow. Aren't I jealous?
What's up, LSG? I've never actually cascaded this before. Hey, what's up, Luke? I've never gotten to cascade with that little dude before. I think I liked our plan against them, so I'll run it back. We didn't even get to see it do the thing. We just tried. It was gonna do the thing, but then it didn't. It was a significantly less exciting hand, but still a keeper. I did deem the sword too expensive. Alright, give me a 3-drop Raptor Jesus. I also got an update available prompt pinning. Doom Foretold should not be getting me. That was a bit of a rotten draw. kind of like a 1-for-1 if you think about it.
You could have such subservience will be rewarded. Traitors, all of you.
I don't have a spell to cast. Someone told me I didn't have enough spells, and I laughed at them. They're all gonna laugh at you. And they did.
I will fight for my friend. Are you certain of your decision?
I care about that. I care a little about that. Maybe I don't. It's hard for me to evaluate the card because I don't never played with or against it. I kind of have no idea what it is. Gonna get this back. Card advantage in red. Still have a game after getting Wrathed. I like it.
I'll make use of that later.
I mean, we're at the very least going here and here. Nice. Alright, should have got one of them. It gains him less life. I'm bad and I feel bad. Don't judge me. You're not my real dad. That was satisfying. I thought we were dead. I was absolutely sure we were dead. But good reminder never to scoop. Cube has some powerful cards in it, and we have some powerful cards in this deck. I like it. It's a very good Karn. Very good Karn. Thank you very much for all the subscriptions, y'all. Thank you very much. We spam cats for Ishtari as well. Just kind of got to remember what this deck was doing. Hello, Timber. I mean, it looks like it's just trying to kill people. I can get down for that. Let's kill people. Nor'easters are kind of like little hurricanes, ain't they? All right. I can work with this. It go better. A call. All right. 3-1 it is. This taps for red, right? Yeah, it's a Mardu Triome. Go get him, little buddy. That's not very nice, is it? I was half expecting to get force spiked there. That would be even less fun. It's a scary fairy. Can confirm. I guess I've got the effects a little louder than normal. Today. I mean, I'll attack with a Lava Mancer. Show me what you got. That must be why they call them Northeasters. Okay. I'd forgotten how much I liked the Kaldheim music. It's pretty good. Let's see how this fairy likes playing with fire. Bonjour, Martin. It's still just a little bit too loud for me. Actual Mole Drifter. It's great ambience, isn't it? And it's kind of what the Bone Crusher is for. Get out of my way. Wow. That's interesting. Like, okay. Yeah, I don't think it was a good play either, but like you're the one that made it. But if they want to communicate, we'll communicate properly. I guess show me what you got. Huh. Attack for 6. Bounce something and draw a card. All right. I think I'm going to take out the beard sword again. Robbing Inspector, sure. In English, you would say the sentence you're wanting to say. Probably react to. Let me react to what you did. Let me react to this thing, right? So we would say react to. I don't quite know what we're doing over here, but let's get you out of the way and swing for lethal and see what happens. Yes, yes. It's a lot of effort to protect a throbbing inspector. What are you doing over there, bud? What you doing? Is dying? Perfectly acceptable thing to be doing. Blue-eye control, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I kind of don't want the beard sword here. It might not should be in the main. So I remember the last time, I remember on Friday when we played against a control deck, I brought in the Ox and some other pieces. I think it was black cards. Yeah, I brought in like the Bastion combo. And I'm kind of like low-key interested in doing that again. I don't remember exactly what I cut or how we built that. But I think overall I like it. I guess the difference is this deck does have creatures that they're planning to kill me with. I don't know that they're entirely a control deck. They just want to counter everything. 35 centimeters. Man, my brain has no idea how much snow that is, Jock. But I mean, it sounds like too much to me. What is that in dumb American units? $14 inches? Good grief. Okay, yeah, I'd be nervous about that too. We got like a dusting and it's gross. It feels weird trying to get under a counter deck and being like, I'm gonna run another 5-drop. Because ideally we just want to get ahead of them, but I don't know that I can do that. Yeah, let's try this and see a little bit more of their deck before we make big sweeping decisions. That'll work. Work. Aloha, Jean. I mean, they were saying last week there's no such thing as bad weather, just inadequate clothing. BRRRR! Heck yeah, dude. Awesome, eh? Very well. I'm glad you will be boosted soon. Well, fair enough, nobody. There is some inclement weather. That you ain't working with. Patsy, what's up?
37 months.
Thank you very much. I'll spam some cats for Patsy. Thank you, my friend. And Toblerone, you're dead. Well, mostly dead. That's gross, Mayor. That's super gross. Not for me. Toblerone is not made of cement. He's made of, like, anger. It's a pretty wide dwarf. I don't think I want the Sigiled Sword of Beards in this deck. I've taken it out every match for the Ox. May as well just, like, move it. Yeah, we don't need the Beard Sword. Toblerone already has all of the beard we could ever need. All right. Let's go party. Yeah. And it sure is chilly down here. I may have to get my other coat. Let's go murder them. I always see it as Bloodbraid Murderer, even though it's Marauder. I reckon we want that this turn, but there's no reason not to attack first. I don't mind these two going away. No, I'll go up and get it in a minute. It's an excuse for me to get a snack anyway. I know there's still some crackers up there. Thank you though, sweetheart. I believe we're going to need to rebuke this particular elf. Roar! You reckon we just send this face? What do? They block here and take another 4? This can go face too. Like, they're almost dead. We definitely send this face. They're thinking about it. I like this block a lot. Pew! And this is after they nerfed mono red and cube. And they call it a nerf. Yeah, I didn't really see enough of their deck. We killed them too fast, so I'm going to load it back up. Selesnya is in this cube? Torov's Disciple's a flashy, interesting card to put in the cube, but like it's not incredibly powerful. It's diluting what you drafted, which generally speaking, you'd probably rather have lightning bolts in your deck, but like I think that's a card that everyone overvalues because it's cool. It's super cool. But I don't think it's busted. They cut Riss? I liked Riss too. Nope, no counter for you. You're dead. I think I like that better than the Phoenix. I was thinking if one of them has to get countered, it may as well be the Phoenix. Because I can get that back. The post-combat Phoenix, though, makes absolutely no sense. That's on me. Sorry, I'm already thinking about lunch and crackers. Because they're really good crackers. I don't think y'all understand quite how good the crackers are that we have downstairs. So we're not actually going to talk about that. All right, so let's read the cards this time and think about it a little different. Roll Eruption to kick is too many. I can Devil's play this next turn and not care that much about it. Yeah, the Raptor can just kill Ren. That's not a problem. This is a little bit of a problem. And I don't have anything at instant speed. So if I don't use one of these spells this turn, I'm not actually doing anything. There's some value to casting the Ox this turn and discarding the Devil's play. But I think the actual answer may be this. Phoenix can always come back.
We must regenerate.
6, 7. Well, it's 3 cards. That's my whole hand right now. I'm trying to decide if I want to Devil's play it or not. It does use more mana, which I dig. Yeah, I think I like that. They should be at 2 less. My mistakes. I've made a few. If I can just Royal Eruption that one, Devil's play the next one, and then get all my cards back. But also just get the Phoenix back now. But that would mean I have to eat the Devil's play, right? I think I'd rather do that. Rather large hinge. right, we'll get you next turn. I think Raptor Jesus is going to carry us through this. No life for you. I mean, they're just dealing themselves all this damage. I'm pretty good with that. Right? Because I can Devil's Play for 5 and then be like, play another creature. I dare you. We could also Phoenix just for the smack this turn. It gets a +1/+1 counter. So if I do this for 4, I could pump it once, and that's 5. That's the same as Devil's playing them, but I get to keep the Devil's Play. Now, if I had attacked with the darn thing when I first played it, they'd be dead now. But I didn't, and I'm giving them another draw. So maybe not my best moment, but Mono Red is kind of carrying me hard here. I don't like the phrase punt, but I do agree with you. It do appear to be, yes. They can't gain life. I don't have to do it for more than one. Bye-bye. So there you go. Do play your haste creatures pre-combat. Generally speaking, that's a good idea. Strongly encourage you to do that in the future. Neat. We got some mastery bubbles. And of course, a big thank you to our patrons. Thank you, Paul, Punk, Hero, Joe, Jesse, Jacob, Scott, Basti, Rich, Michael, Brandon, and John. Y'all rock.